Hello, beauty gang. Welcome back to another video. If you are new to my channel, welcome. If you are returning, hey, how you doing? Today from the title, as you all can see, I am going to be giving some small tips and tricks that I used as a full-time student while working a 9 to 5. Be sure that you are following me on TikTok, because if I'm not posting here, I'm most definitely posting there. I have 2 TikToks, one for my braces journey. That one is Black Beauty. And my personal page is Brianna Marlena. I'm going to drop them down below. So make sure you are following to keep up with Bree. But now that the intro's over, let's go ahead and tune in to the video. All right, y'all. So my very first tip is to make sure you're speaking with your advisor before you plan your classes. So your advisor, or at least my advisor, was really good at like knowing where I am at in life. We sorted through all the classes that were probably kind of hard or like more intense, and then classes that were going to be more easygoing. So I kind of like planned out my life for the next year and I included school into like my life. So as of right now, I have to take 2 classes at the same time. But originally what I wanted to do was take one A term for, I think, 7 weeks. And then I would take another class B term for 8 weeks. So right now I had to take 2 to be considered a full-time student because I started classes late. So once you talk to your advisor and you get like caught up with school, and you get like registered for your classes, what you want to do is prepare. Make sure you have like journals, highlighters, make sure you know where you're going to study. Make sure you have like all the materials that you will need, whether it's a laptop, anything that you think you'll need that will help you get through those classes. Because you're going to need it. Like, you're going to need it. And you don't want to be in your class knowing, like thinking that, oh, I forgot I needed this, because it'll take off from like studying. Because once you're in a class and you have to study for something, it takes up most of your time. So make sure you prep beforehand. Yeah, you want to do that. Secondly, what you want to do is let your job know that you are going to school. Because what my manager was able to do was to kind of like give me another shift. They kind of like work with my school hours, because I did tell my manager that I was going to be taking on some very intense classes, and my job is able to work with me. You never know what your job is able to do until you reach out and let them know, so reach out to them, reach out to HR, reach out to your manager. Make sure they know I am furthering my education. I need some assistance. You need to be healthy so that you can do your job. You need to be sane and healthy so that you can study and get your work done. So that is something really, really, really necessary that I'm going to hope that you all take from this video. Next thing we're going to do is definitely prioritize your study time. You want to prioritize a healthy schedule. And what that looks like for me is like Mondays, Tuesdays, I'm studying. Wednesdays, I give myself a break from anything. I don't do the gym. I work, I come home and I do anything I want to do that day. Like, I give myself a free day, because without a free day, like too much of like a routine, it'll make your brain go like, coo, 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 coo. So I definitely give myself one day out of the week to do absolutely nothing. And some days I do still study on Wednesdays. So I'll go ahead and give myself that Thursday or that Friday or maybe that Saturday. But definitely want to plan out the days you're going to study, the days you're going to actually do the assignments, and whatever day that you want to like proofread everything before you turn it in. Because if you're doing like online classes, you have to turn them in a certain time frame, like, so yeah, it's like they give it to you, like you might be Tuesday at 11:59 p.m., Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, whatever school you're going to, they're going to give you a time frame and a day that you have to turn in all of your assignments. So that has really helped me. And it also helped me prioritize like time with my loved ones, because now they kind of know my schedule. So you have to be really communicative across the board, friends, family, jobs, so they know, hey, I am working on this. I need this time to myself. But you also want to pour back into them. So make sure, you're being very well balanced, and that's going to keep you sane. I would say next on my list is going to be micro studying. Micro studying is like you're giving yourself like a small gap to study, because some people cannot interpret a lot of information at once, and that's why sometimes they don't really do well in school. But if you give yourself like 30 minutes in the morning, 45 minutes in the afternoon, and then like an hour in the evening, that might work for you. Like me, I'm okay with like studying like for 2 hours. I'll be good. But if you're not good at that, micro studying will definitely help you retrieve the information. And also, you can keep it going throughout the day. And yeah, like if you can't like read long things, flashcards. Make sure you do flashcards. Flashcards. I'm not good with flashcards. I don't know why. I've never been really good at flashcards. I have to read and then I have to write everything down. That's just how I study. And we're moving into the next part about we're moving into the next segment. Learning your study style is very, very important, because if you don't know, you want to try out different study styles, at least like the first week or so, because you need to get it down pat. Because these classes they go from easy to medium and I'm not even going to say that. They go from non-intense to intense to complex. Yeah. So you want to get a hold of like a good study style, because that'll help take you through each week, and of course that goes along with routine. Like you can't do anything in life without a routine, guys. I'm telling you. You cannot be out here raw dogging life. You just can't do that. You can't do that with nothing. Another thing I will say, something that I have recently started doing, because I did school before and it didn't really work out for me, but guess what? I was not communicating with my professor. I have learned that your professor really will work with you. I think it was one time where I had to I literally had to do a data analysis, and it was like 6 sheets of like an Excel sheet, but it was like 6 different pages, right? And I had to do a data analysis on each page, and I just could not get it submitted on time. I let my professor know, like, hey, I may be turning this in a little late. I really don't want to get, a delay. I don't want to get any points taken off because it's already kind of complex. And she really worked with me. She said, well, okay, I'll give you another day. Do you think you can turn it in at this time? And she helped me out. Like, I was able to turn in my assignment the next day, and actually I got a B. I got a B on that data analysis. Yeah. So make sure you talk to your professors, because they are here to help. If you don't have a good professor, I think you need to talk to somebody else. Like, maybe you need to go to your advisor and get that switched out. Yeah. Communication. Okay, guys. So next on my list, let's see. Yes. Sleep. Make sure you are going to sleep. Do not be up until 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. How is that helping? If you get down a good study session schedule and a good assignment schedule, you won't have to stay up till 5, 6 o'clock in the morning. And then the micro studying, because I'll do that too. Sometimes I'm at work. I bring my laptop to work and I'll literally study while I'm on my break. But make sure you're getting your sleep. Make sure you're hydrating. We don't want to run off of E because we're trying to study or get assignments in. Communication across the board. Even, I'm not trying to be funny. Even if you have to take a day off of work to do an assignment, you know, communicate that with your employer. Like, hey, I need this day off. You don't have to tell them you need it for school. Just say, I need this day off to focus on myself. I need a mental health day. They can't say nothing. Now, if you somebody who be taking off 24/7, I don't know what to tell you, because you might not have a job. So make sure you're in good standing with your job too, okay? But yes, make sure you're getting sleep. Make sure you're hydrating, guys. And yeah, actually, I do have one thing that I wrote down that I want to share with you all. I put, make time for one thing that makes you feel human. I'm going to give you an example, right? I do like to go to the gym and things like that, and I do still go to the gym. But when I say like something that makes you feel human, guys, I reward myself every week with a nice bowl of ice cream. And I just sit there with the ice cream. Or popcorn. I love popcorn, right? And I use those things as like a reward. Like if I turn in my assignment, I'm like, it's popcorn time. It's ice cream time. So make sure you reward yourself with like nice things that make you feel human, whether it's a walk in the park, whether it's enjoying your favorite fruit, whether it's enjoying a favorite snack, whether it's going to the gym for an extra hour, anything that makes you feel like, I can breathe, y'all, I can breathe. But yes, we got this. You got this. We in this together. And I hope you was able to learn something from this video. Make sure, again, like I said, you all are following me on TikTok, because I am really, really, really heavily on TikTok nowadays. If I'm not on here, I'm on TikTok. If I'm not on TikTok, I'm on Instagram. So make sure you're following my Instagram as well. And like I always say, I love you, I love you, I love you. And I will see you in the next video.